Hey, it's James Lynch back with some industry news. I haven't done a video on this in a while, but one of the biggest accounts on X, on Twitter, champrds has had their account suspended. Twitter account QPE, we'll read the tweet here. It says they'll suspend aggregator accounts like this one and actually put some effort into their page, but let bottom of the barrel accounts like Octagon Pulse and Upfront MMA keep posting their slop and misinformation to their fake followers. Makes no sense. So yeah, I was actually looking for an image yesterday that came up from champrds and did notice their account was suspended. Now, I don't know the exact reason, but I know some of the times, some of the reasons that you'll see accounts suspended is if someone's filing a copyright complaint. Now, one of the things I've talked about at length on this channel is there's a lot of accounts that don't make original content and they take content from other people. And I know Twitter's been really cracking down on that. This has been a big thing in the political world. I follow a lot of American political accounts, and I know they've really cut back on the monetization of accounts that basically take other people's footage and use it for themselves, and they're actually making a lot of money off of it. Now, this is a bit different because the account's suspended. So if I had to guess, I think someone filed a copyright complaint. This is what happened. I've seen other accounts where they, again, like whether it's right or wrong, accounts have filed like a copyright complaint saying like, I own this footage, this other account doesn't. And of course, X can trace back to like who uploaded the footage first or whatever. So yeah, listen, I reference champrds all the time on this account, like on this YouTube account. They do a good job of like clipping stuff that's going on. I've talked about this, like I said, for years about accounts that take content they don't own. It's always a risky and slippery slope just because, again, stuff like this can happen at no warning, because all it takes is someone to go and file a copyright complaint. And look, I think champrds serves a good purpose. It's very convenient to find out news. I reference them a lot. They do source, which is good. I've seen them not only source the actual person that created the content, but also they'll post like the full link in there. So I think they do a better job than a lot of other accounts when it comes to that. I would hope they get their account back, and hopefully this can be resolved, because I don't remember exactly how many followers they had, but they had a lot. And they were one, I mean, if you're on X, you've seen champrds. They've been around for a number of years. They do a very good job of keeping up to date with news. So like, let's say like an interview drops or something, they're one of the first to get on it and grab sort of the juicy clips. And look, like, I know, it's kind of counterintuitive to the work that I do, because I've mentioned this before. Interview views are down on YouTube big time. And part of it is because of clip accounts like this. But at the same time, we all sort of consume our content this way. So it does serve a purpose. So hopefully champrds can get their account back. Like I said, they do a very good job when it comes to doing that. And I think they do things the right way. I wanted to bring up the other mention in this tweet as well as Octagon Pulse. Now, if you've watched my live streams, I have told all of you to block this account. Don't follow it. They are not legit. They post fake news all the time. And then when they get something wrong, they'll make something up like, oh, this side of the, fighter didn't want to take the fight. Like, I forget what fight it was. I think it was like, I can't even remember, but there's a fight a while back where they're like, I think it was like Ian Gary and Bilal, or not Ian Gary and Bilal, it was like some fight or whatever. And he's like, oh, the other side declined to take the fight. Like, he just made it up basically. So this account, and then of course they've taken advantage of the situation with championship rounds, and they've said, we have purchased championship rounds and have merged them into Octagon Pulse. We strive to be the #1 MMA media built for the fans. So just a total scumbag tweet here. They did not buy the account, I know. And then they have a fake invoice here, showing that they have bought the account, and all this stuff, and showing that it's a invoice. They don't even have the date here, and apparently buying it for $20,000. This is all fake, guys. An account would not be suspended if well, first off, if it was Octagon Pulse buying them, why wouldn't you just take the account? They have more followers. So that right off the bat, they're full of shit. So why wouldn't you just get rid of the Octagon Pulse account and get the account that had more followers? Second thing is, if they did purchase it, you would get rid of the username and just make Octagon Pulse your thing as well. So again, don't believe accounts like this. I would recommend everyone watching this video block this account. Nothing good comes from this account. And again, you just see some of the slop that they have on here too. Just not like, who cares about Masvidal's like hair transplant, that type of stuff. This is also an account that, it also steals content as well. Aljamain Sterling and John Silva rumored to be in the works on an upcoming pay-per-view. So no date, no pay-per-view, no source of where it's coming from. They'll claim they have the sources. They don't. And this is why these accounts that are anonymous, nothing happens to them if they get fight news wrong, right? This nonsense here about Erica Kirk, and it says, again, this is a joke. Like, legit accounts are not making jokes like this. So I can't stress it enough. Go block this account. this account is 100% right about this. And then I'll mention Upfront MMA, another account that I would recommend blocking. Yes, they have a ton of followers. You can buy followers on X, by the way. So not too uncommon there. They're upset because of what this account posted. Again, this is not how a good news outlet runs, is, talking about accounts that you're not good. And, this is an account that actually renamed themselves to Zuffa Boxing and was posting news for a while, and people were falling for it. So again, there's accounts out there that unfortunately are making money by posting fake news and everything else. They don't own their content. Again, this is from Nina Drama, reposting her content, no credit, anything like that. So, claiming that they have this fight booked for 329, just guessing, no insight here, saying that you were not the first. Just block accounts like this. So that's part of the reason I wanted to do this video as well. Like, I think Championship Rounds does do a good job. These are two accounts that I recommend not following, and I think are making the media worse. And I've said this before, the issue now is you get fans that lump everyone together. So, a good account, a good legit, journalist like a Marcel or Nolan King or someone like that is lumped in with Octagon Pulse and these other accounts because they lump the media together. This is not real media. This is someone in their pajamas, sitting at home all the time, making up fake fight news and getting engagement. And that's just, unfortunately, the new wave of MMA media. So I don't even really consider them media. I just think they're slop accounts basically. While we're here kind of talking about the industry, if you guys remember my last industry video, I talked about West Till Death. Looks like they did get their account back. I think they make really cool posters. They do, sometimes use some video. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I was going to say they use, actually, no, they do. Look, so they do use some video content that they don't own. Again, you're noticing a lot more original posters that they're making. A lot of this is AI, as you can see. So that's a bit better. So yeah, good to see they got their account back, because I think they do make really good fight posters, not posting a ton of video stuff, which I think is what got them in trouble in the first place. But one of the biggest accounts on Instagram, you can see 203,000 followers. A lot of fighters follow them. I think they make cool posters. Glad to see their account was back, because the last time I did this video, they mentioned about how they were going to be permanently suspended. But some of these posters are kind of cool as far as how they make things. So got to point that out. And then, of course, Home of Fight got their account back too. Now, my understanding was Home of Fight, they got a copyright complaint on Instagram that was something bogus. Again, people will use copyright claims in the wrong way. They will use it to try and take down accounts that, it's not like they might have taken one clip for them and they're abusing the copyright claim thing. So you look at it there, tons of posts. Look at the amount of posts they're putting out here. 10,000 posts, 764,000 followers. Full transparency, I do work for Home of Fight. I do interviews for them, but they're another account, I would say, that breaks news the right way. They actually go to events. Jake Noaker, who works for them, he's been at a ton of UFC events. They were at UFC 328. I respect accounts like this because of the fact that they're actually making original content. Most of these accounts out there don't own any of the content they make. They take it from other people. They're monetizing it. I mean, it is stealing at the end of the day. That's how I look at it. If you're not making any original content, like at least with West Till Death, I'll give them credit. They're making original posters. I'll give them that. But there's accounts that just, again, that are just making up news, stealing, video footage, all this different stuff. That's where it becomes problematic here. But yeah, I would recommend following West Till Death, Home of Fight, Championship Rounds. Hopefully they get their account back as well. So yeah, we'll see what happens with this. In the meantime, Jedi Goodman is someone as well that does sort of the clipping stuff quite well. A lot of the stuff that Ariel's doing, you'll see there. A lot of really good content on there. In the meantime, if you want to check something out. So and he actually posts like TV ratings and some actual good news. Again, you won't find any slop content on Jedi Goodman's account as well. So yeah, just again, I know these videos aren't going to view too well, but I don't see a lot of people covering things that are going on in the industry. So just want to do this video to kind of inform you guys that yeah, Champ RDS suspended, and we'll kind of keep tabs on if they get their account back. So I want to know your thoughts in the comments below. Where do you guys get your news from? I'm actually curious about this. Again, don't get it from Facebook either. I would recommend that. There's a lot of fake. I mean, Facebook's you can do an entire video on Facebook and how many slop accounts are there. But like I said, Home of Fight, Marcel, Nolan King, there's lots of good people that are doing great work in our industry when it comes to news and content and all that. So make sure you go follow them. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, @Lynch on Sports. My name is James Lynch. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.